Okay, so here goes your story time. This had to happen when I was about like 20 years old, so I was naive, y'all. Don't judge me, okay? So this is the story about why I was willing to ruin a 30-year marriage for $20. Okay, so here we go. So, like I said, I was about 20 years old. I used to get off of work about like 6:15, get home at about like 6:45, 7 o'clock. So around this time of year, it was like dark outside around that time. So I was stopping at the store to like run a few little errands or whatever before I got back home. So I get out of the store and this older man pulls up on me or whatever, and he has a baby in the back. So he's like, "Excuse me, miss, my gas is on E right now and I don't have any cash. I don't have anything right now to get me and the baby back home. Do you have anything that I could possibly borrow?" So I'm like, no, in the back of my head. But then I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I guess so. So I'll check it. Look at his gas tank. He is on E. So he's like, "I'm gonna go right across the street, get some gas. I'll be right back," or whatever. So I'm like, okay, all I have is a $20 bill. So he's like, "I'm gonna give you my number. So, I'm not gonna pull off on you with your money." So I'm like, okay, fine. So he leaves, comes back, and then he's like, "Oh, well, they didn't have any change," or some bullcrap line he gave me or whatever. "So you can follow me to my house really quick. It's okay. It's going to be safe. My wife is going to be there and she'll come out and she'll give you the money." So I'm like, you know what, fool, whatever. So for some odd reason, I decided I was going to follow this man to his house. He lived right up the street. So I'm following him to his house and I'm like, you know what? If he don't give me my money, I'm going to just run into the back of his car. Something crazy, okay? I don't know why. So I get to the man's house or whatever. He get out the car, leave the baby in the car in the middle of the street and don't ever come back outside. I'm like, oh, no, he didn't. So I waited for like 20 minutes. I'm assuming this fool was sitting in the house watching me or something. I waited for like 20 minutes. He ain't never come get this baby or give me my money, okay? So I was like, you know what? F it. I still got his number and I know where he lives. So I drive off and I go home. So mind you, in the next coming few days and weeks, I'm pissed off about my $20. I'm like, oh, hell no. He's not going to play me like that. So I'm calling this man. He ain't answering his phone. Sometimes he answers. He don't say nothing. He'll hang up and stuff. So one particular day, I decided, you know what? I'm about to try to call him today out of the blue. So I called him this day and his wife answered the phone. So I'm like, "Hello, can I speak to Mike?" or whatever this man's name is. And she's like, "Who is this?" I'm like, "This is Danielle." So I'm trying to explain the whole situation to this woman, and she is furious. Like, she is just thinking that I'm calling because I mess with her husband. So in the back of her mind, I'm telling her what the car looked like, what the house looked like, the grandson and all this stuff. And in the midst of me saying that, she like, "My grandson? I don't got no grandson. We got a son. And you messing with a man that been married for 30 years. And da-da-da." And I'm like, okay, what the hell? But low key in the back of my head, I was like, you know what? Ruin this man's marriage for your $20. It's not my fault she jumped to all them conclusions. I didn't tell her to assume all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I wasn't going to clear it up. You didn't give me my money, so I ain't clearing up nothing. I hope she went over there and slapped his butt upside his head. And hopefully he remembered what the slap was for. This was so many weeks after the actual situation had already occurred, so he was probably extremely lost as to what his wife was talking about. But I don't care. Hopefully, they still trying to figure it out, because I still ain't seen my money. So the moral of the story is, you better watch how you play with people and their money. Because if you messing with a sucker like me, you ain't gonna be married no more, okay? And I don't give a damn.